Hey, what's going on? It's Steve. Hope you're doing awesome. This is Fender Friday number 7, and today we're going to look at all of the features of the GTX 7 Footswitch. It's over there for the Fender Mustang GTX amps, the GTX 50 and the GTX 100. I think I've got all the functionality down in my head. We're going to see if we can walk through every part of it, the effects, the looper, the preset options, and there are at least, I think there's 4 sort of hidden functions that I'm going to explain how to do and how to get to. And then there's one sort of pro tip that I learned from somebody else. So, stick around throughout the video for all of those little things right there. As you can tell on all my stuff, I play in super wide stereo, so grab some headphones, you're going to like it. Right there. So the Footswitch right there, let me go to a different camera angle. That is the GTX 7, and if you're not familiar with this thing, I'll hop right into it. It's got 7 foot switches right there. The one at the top left is a bank up or down, so that lets you move through some presets. We'll come back to that. The top right one over there lets you go from the presets function to where you sort of move from a clean tone to a dirty tone or whatever, and then the effects right there, you move into a different mode, and it allows those 5 switches at the bottom to control the different effects, like turning off and on delay and reverb or drive or whatever. So it's like a Stompbox deal. And then the looper is the third option right there, and there's a full functioning looper that's really great right there. So. And then the 5 items down there at the bottom, the 5 buttons right there, those are what activate a bunch of different functions and features based on that top right button. And so that's really what we're going to spend some time on. We're going to go through all 3 of those items up in there in the top right, and then show you how the 5 buttons work with it. So without further ado, I'm just going to go right into it. We're in the presets function. If you can see in the top right hand corner, that presets button is blinking, and I'm on preset number 6. This is a tone I got called Atmospheric. Big, wide, super lush delay and all that kind of stuff. But if I hit this button at the top right, the middle button is now on. That's the effects, and that treats it like a stomp box. I'll come back to that. You can see I've got 3 different effects here for that one. And then if I go here, that's the looper, and those 3 dashes mean there's no loop. So that's the basics of that one real quickly. So let's go into the effects here. So this is preset number 6. I just showed you that. But if I hit this one, I go to preset number 7. So the number 6 corresponds with the 6th preset on my amplifier, and the number 7 does too. This one's an acoustic one, and if I go up one more, it's hard rock, totally different tone. All right, got a little hard rock going on there. And then, so if you sort of, click around, you get from 8 to 9 to whatever. This is like a trim deal for, actually that's an acoustic guitar. And if I go to 10, even a harder rock with some delay right there. All right, and then what's cool about that top left button right there, if you hit it once, you bank up. So you go in groups of 5. So now I'm on 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 is this little rockabilly thing I got going. Really sweet. And so I got these 5 here. So there's the first preset is number 11, and we're back to 15. But let's say you want to go back down to 6 through 10. You hold down that bank, and it jumps down to the previous 5. So now we're on 6, 7. Oh, sorry, click 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you have these banks of 5. If I hold it down again, it'll jump down to the 1, which is my clean dream tone. Sorry. You have to click it. Oops. You see that flashing there? When you bank down, it doesn't mean you have switched to that preset. It means that you're still on preset 10 or whatever, but you are in the right bank, so you're 1 click away. I'll show you that again in a second. So there's my clean tone, and I'll hit it one. This time I'm not going to hold that down. I'm going to click it once, and it goes up to number 6. See how the light is blinking right there? I'm still on tone number 1 on my amplifier, but this thing shows tone number 6, but it's blinking because all I did was bank up to get to the new banks, but I did not activate it. So if I click that, now it quit blinking and I'm on to 6. And that's my atmospheric tone we started out with. So again, clicking once banks up to 11 through 15. Clicking it again, now I'm at 16 through 20. And if I hold down and keep holding, you can hold, it'll just keep banking down. So now I'm at 1 through 5, and now I'm at 196 through 200. So you can hold up, let's say you want to go to number 40 and you're on number 196. Just hold that dude down, give it a second. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm holding it down. I want to go up. I just click a bunch of times and I'm already at 41 through 45. So you can go up or down, and you can just hold it down to go backwards sort of indefinitely, or just hit it, and you'll go forward. So that is that function right there. I'm still on atmospheric number 6 because I haven't clicked number 41. All right, now before we leave this, let's do the secret function number 1. This is pretty cool. Fender put some miscellaneous things in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bank back down to number 6 just so we quit blinking. Hang on there. 21, 16, and one more. There we go. Now, so we're at my atmospheric. So hear this delay, listen. The hidden feature is there's a tap tempo in here. Ready? So if you are on a preset, like number 6 right here, I can go like this. It sped it up. Let me go really fast. I think I went too fast. Let me try it. There we go. And like when you adjust any other delay, if you do it while you're playing, you get those crazy cool noises. So if you are on a preset and you just click to tap that preset over and over again, the one that you're on, that's when it engages the tap tempo, which is really sweet. I didn't know about that forever until I just learned about it online. Pretty cool. All right, so, and by the way, if you go up to 7, which is, that's an acoustic tone, but if I come back to 6, it didn't save the preset. The preset was not saved, so meaning all that tap tempo stuff was just temporary unless I were to save the tone. All right, so that is the presets. That's really cool. So if I tap this button though, oh, by the way, that light up there, I believe that blinking light shows you the tap tempo. Let me try it again. I'm gonna do really slow, really fast. Yeah. Look at the light. That's why that one blinks, and the other 2 modes that you can do the pedal in up top, the effects and the looper, do not. Yep, see how it slowed down if I went to a different one. All right, so let's leave the presets. I'm going to, actually before we do, I'm going to bank down to go to my number 1. There we go. This is my clean dream tone. just a real good clean tone. And I'm going to hit that button one time, and now I'm in the effects mode. All right, so now it's like a Stompbox or a multi-effects pedal. I've got 5 different options right here. And I covered this in another video, but you basically picture you having an amplifier in the middle. Let me switch over to that camera. Picture you've got an amplifier, and on the left side of your amplifier, you have compression, Stompbox, maybe chorus or something like that. And then on the right side, you've got delays and reverbs and some other stuff over there. That's what I've got right here. So let me go back to this view. So the first pedal that's off, you can see that light is off, number 1. That's my drive pedal. Let's try that. I'm going to bump the volume down, make sure you don't blast your ears. All right, so that first one there, if I, kick the camera. If I turn it back off, the light means off. That means there's no more Stompbox, and now you're back to the real clean tone. This is a super clean tone, so even when I add a Stompbox to it, it doesn't really sound that awesome. And then the next one over is, I think that's a chorus, but it's very, very light. Let me come back to this one. I'm gonna turn it on in the middle of a chord. Ready? I don't know. I don't even think that really does much. The middle one is a trim, so that's really sweet. So, you've got basically picture 5 different effects pedals. These are different Stompboxes, and this is my tremolo. One click away and it's off. This one is, that's my reverb. And the last one is my delay. So there's like a crazy clean tone. If I bring back the reverb, which is on 4, add in the tremolo. Bring in that delay again. Really beautiful. All right, so that's the effects section right there. It's pretty simple. Basically, when you go over there, just imagine if you can remember the tone you're on and what the order it is. So if you are, for example, if you always put your drives on the right there, you always put your delays on 5, and you always put your reverbs on 4, and a modulation on 3, and a compression or whatever on 2 or 1. You just memorize where they are, and if you set up all your different presets with those exact same orders, then you could even put some tape or something on your pedal to say that put drive and delay and whatever, and now you've locked them in right there. So that's really cool. Now let's show you hidden feature number 2. This one is interesting here. I can't really demo it without getting over to the amplifier and fiddling with it, but there is a different mode within the effects mode. What I've got here is if I have a tone number 1 that has a Stompbox in position number 1 and a reverb in 2. But then let's say I go up to my 5th tone and I have a delay in position number 1 and the Stompbox is further on. Again, it's my custom setup, it's my own order, and the pedal right here reflects that. But there's a different mode. If you go into your GTX amplifier, on top of the amplifier, get into the menu and find the GTX 7 Footswitch, you can go into something called like, I forgot what it's called, like effects category. It's by category. And I think what it does is it always puts all your Stompboxes on the first button down here, or it puts all your reverbs on 2. And so I'm not sure about this, you can leave it in the comments, is you can have different tones of of your own that you build, and your order, like your Stompbox, your drive pedal could be, you know, on the far left on one of your tones, and on another one of your tones or presets, it's on the way right. By engaging this category feature, I believe what it does is it always makes that first position your Stompbox, for example. So it's a way to, I think, if I'm right, it brings order to it, even if your presets are sort of all over the place. So it's pretty cool. All right. Okay. Now, the next feature up here is the looper. We're going to hop into that. And I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go to my 6th preset real quick, back to atmospheric. Let me set up my tone, and then I'll demonstrate the looper. So I'm actually going back to the presets, and I'm going to bank up once. I'm going to engage that atmospheric tone we heard a minute ago. And now I'm going to turn off that delay for a second. Ready? Turned off the reverb. So there you go. That's a good example where I didn't know which was which. Yep, so now we got a nice clean tone with a big old hall reverb. And now we're going to go into that third feature of there, the looper. So again, the lines right there mean that there's no loop. You don't have a loop going on. So I'm going to record a loop. Pretty simple little loop, and I'm going to record it on the first button over there on the far left. You may not be able to see it unless you zoom in, but this is record. Second button is dub. Next one is play. Next one is stop, and the next one is undo. So I'll show a little bit by trial and error. Ready? So I'm going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'm going to start it on the 1 beat, and I'm going to end it on the 1 beat. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I did is I hit record on the 1 beat. I hit play to stop that first loop and let it play but not dub. And then when I was ready, I hit stop. I'm going to erase it and try to do it a different way to show you how to do it a different way. If you hit undo, sometimes it deletes the loop. Like right there, I was 1 click away and it deleted the loop. You'll probably see it happen here where it doesn't delete it, and you're like, well, how do I delete it? And there's another way. So let me try. The 3 lines mean there's no loop. So if I hit play, nothing happens because there's no loop. But we're going to do it again. Ready? I'm going to speed it up this time. So I'm going to hit record, and I'm going to hit record again and see what happens. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing. I think it's still recording. So let's hit play. Ready? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to hit stop. And I hit undo again, and that deleted it. So record doesn't do anything. So whenever you're starting your loop on this thing, you have to hit record to start your loop, and you either have to hit dub or play or stop. You have 3 different options. Or undo probably, but let's not worry about that. So this time I'm going to do record dub because we already did record play. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So by doing that, I went from recording the first loop to instantly overdubbing. And so it was recording everything I did afterwards. Whereas the other way, hitting record and then play, did not dub anything, so I could solo. So before I erase it and show that, I'm going to hit play. I hit stop, stops it all. So both of those loops, the first loop and that second little overdub, are both in there, and they both worked out great. So let's try. I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back to record and play, and then that will show you how I can do that same little, that thing right there, but it won't record it. So let me erase it. That's good there. See the undo? I think when you do more than one loop, the undo doesn't delete the whole thing because you've got all these loops. I think it's like a safety mechanism. It knows you've got all this stuff and it wants to make sure you don't accidentally hit the undo button, which is great. So let me show you how to do that. You hit record and then you hit undo. I think that's it. Ready? I hit record and then I hit it. Now it deleted everything. So if you have multiple loops, record and undo, and that's how you clear it out. All right, so let's try this again. I'm going to go from record to play, and I'm going to add that overdub thing there, but because it's only playing, it won't record it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. No hands, it didn't record it. Okay, I'm gonna hit undo again because there's only one loop. It instantly deleted it. Now let's try record and then stop. Ready? I'm gonna do record one loop and I'm gonna hit stop, which should kill it off, but then it's in the memory. One loop is in the memory. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, but if I hit play, now this isn't a tutorial or tips and tricks on how to do loops and time them and get all your rhythms and your volumes and all that. I've got some other videos on that. I did a Fender Friday Live where I went deep into that. You can tell right there, there's this like reverb trail and it just cuts off and restarts when that loop is done. There's ways to like bridge it and keep it from feeling so, hard, like a hard edge right there, but that's not what this video is for. I'm showing off the pedal. So let me hit play. Now, so whether you've recorded a loop, whenever you're in play mode or dub mode, you can either jam on it and play and it's not recording anything, or you can dub and add more stuff to it. So I could either start all over or I could hit play right now. And I could play without recording. Or I could hit the dub button and it'll start dubbing. Anytime you want, you can hit dub and it starts recording. So any noises I make right here, ready? I'm gonna hit stop because it was a very short loop. Man, it starts dubbing quickly, and you can add in all this stuff, but you can also make mistakes. Ready? Oops, I was playing. We're dubbing. Quickly, it gets awesome, but a little out of control. And every track you add, you can hear the volume was going up and up and up. 5 guitars is louder than 1 guitar, so you get this volume. And because it's mono, it's a stereo looper in the sense that it grabs a stereo sound if your tone is in stereo, but the loops are mono in the sense that they're you can't pan one to the right and pan one to the left. So the more you add, the more complex it gets. Again, this isn't a looper tutorial, but so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna show you the undo feature, and then we're gonna switch around some tones or Stompbox effects during the loop, because you can put on a clean track that's pretty basic, and you can come on and turn on your delay, or you could even switch over to a hard rock kind of tone. So we'll give that a shot. Ready? So again, because I've got all these loops, if I hit undo, it doesn't do anything. That's a cool safety feature. That's hidden one number 3 or 4 or whatever. And now if I hit record, undo, we're back. Let's try a different little loop. Let me think of something. All right, so I'm going to show you the undo feature here. And how it works is when you record, if you hit undo right after your first loop, I think that's what kills off the whole thing. But if you got two loops, what it does is while you're dubbing, it undoes all the loops within that recording session. In other words, I'll explain. I'll explain it this way. Ready? Okay, I got a basic loop. I think if I hit undo now, it'll kill it off. But what we're going to do is we're going to dub on it. Ready? Let me wait for it to cycle around. All right, that's two loops. If I hit undo, that second one is gone. Bye-bye. Let's see what happens if I hit it. This might be another secret feature. Is it an undo redo? No. I honestly couldn't remember whether it brought it back. It doesn't. It's just an undo, not an undo redo. All right, so I added that back. I didn't redo it back, I just had to add it manually. Now if I hit undo, both of them go away. Ready? So I'm gonna hit stop. In other words, I had the bass loop that went like this, and then I added the second loop that went like this, right there, and then the third loop went like this, but I meant to do this, like that, but I screwed up. But because I had not hit play in between loops 2 and 3, it viewed loops 2 and 3 as one recording. So undo gets rid of loops 2 and 3. I'll show you an example of how if you screw up on loops 2 and 3, or if you do a good loop number 2, but screw up loop 3, the way to lock in loop number 2 so it can't be deleted again is to hit play, then come back and hit dub again. I'll show you. Let me, I think I already got the bass loop ready going. Okay, so again, you can hit dub anytime you want. Let's try that. Ready? I'm gonna hit dub anytime, and now I'm ready to record loop number 2. So I hit play. What's good about hitting play, you can hit undo still. Actually, I thought hitting undo after you hit play locked it in, but I do know, I think, we'll see, is if I were to hit play to lock in number 2, as long as I don't hit undo, if I hit record again, dub, I can put down loop number 3, and then loop number 2 is untouchable. Let's try that. I'm gonna go to a different pickup for that this time. Ready? All right, I hit play. If I hit undo, I think that'll go away, but I'm gonna hit dub. Ready? All right, we're gonna hit undo and see what happens. So what happened is I hit play in between loops 2 and 3. I I hit dub after loop 2, and that meant undo. You couldn't undo number 2 anymore. So then when I was in dub, I recorded another thing, and that was loop number 3. And then undo only affects loop 3. It doesn't affect loop 2 as well, and definitely doesn't touch number 1. Now if I hit play, loops 1 and 2 are just sort of locked in forever. Okay, before we get into some effects changes and looping, I'm going to show you one more little trick. If you hit the dub button, you don't have to hit play and then wait for it to cycle around and hit dubs at whether it's right on time or not. You can hit dub. I think you can hit dub right away. Let's hope I'm not wrong about this one. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to hit dub, and I just got to be ready to play because there's no click in or counter. Ready? I just undid it because it was a little too loud on the tone. Let me try it again. Ready? All right. So that's really sweet, but it would sound a lot better if I changed up the effects and all that instead of playing with the exact same tone the whole time. So let me clear it out. I'm going to hit dub and record, and now we're going to, I'm going to lay down that same loop again. Ready? All right, here we go. It's the same tone we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now while it's playing, we're going to go back over. We're going to stay in tone number 6, but I'm going to flip on that delay. And now we're back in looper mode, and check this out. Now I can dub. Ready? I undid it because my delay isn't really in time with the song. So let's go back to presets mode and see that blinking light. I'm going to remember my thing. Ready? Let's see. That may or may not be awesome, but let's just give it a shot. Now I'm going to go back to 2 clicks over to looper mode, and I'm going to hit play. Maybe my delay is a little bit better. Here we go. Oh, I wasn't dubbing. Here we go. I was like, why didn't I record? Very cool. So I got that delay, and it just added a little bit of depth and ambiance. Okay, so now let's try something totally different, and let's say we want to change tones right there. I'm going to put a lead tone on top of something. Let's try it out. I'm going to clear out this loop, record, and go on. And now I'm going to put down a clean thing, and then I'm going to come back and put like a screaming lead thing on it. Let me think of here what to do. We're going to do F major to A minor. Ready? Go back to my presets. I'm going to get a good... Okay. I tapped a good tempo, going back to the looper. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool little one. Now, I go back to presets. I'm going to bank down to 1 through 5 by holding that down. I'm going to go to number 5. I got to watch my volume here. This might kill our ears. All right, here we go. Really cool tone, but my tempo doesn't match up, so I'm going to get that going. Ready? If you program all this and save it ahead of time, it should be good. It was a little fast. Okay, cool tone. Let's go back to the looper. It's just playing forever with that clean tone back there. I think what I'm gonna do, turn on this. Oops. Forgot I can't do that. I'm gonna dub. Let's add a clean tremolo. Ready? I'm going back to clean dream. I'm going to bring in that middle pedal, that tremolo. Ready? Now we're at my atmospheric tone. Let's bring in that hard one again. And I'm one stop click away from turning it all off. I'm one play button away from getting that loop done. I can't undo anything once I've hit, play or stop. For the most part, it's locked in, but all that lead stuff is still available. So that's really cool. All right, I think that's almost all of it. There's one more little secret thing, and then one pro tip that I learned. The secret thing is that top right button right there. If I hold it down, it goes into tuner mode. So I'm in A, and let's flatten it on purpose. Ready? It's at A flat. You can see that left one right there. That shows that it's flat. Now I'm getting into the range. In fact, I can turn it up. Oh no, can't turn up the volume. It muted the guitar. Let me see here, hold on. I think I quit. There we go. Sorry, I was taking too long. So now I'm hitting it. It's dead in the middle. It's A, and let me go past it. Ready? Now I'm sharp. If I go way sharp, it goes way sharp, and now I'm at B flat. Bring it back down. So, may not be the best tuner in the world, but looks like it did its job. And one click away, and I'm back. Okay. Again, you hold it down. B, G, D, A, and E. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Not bad at all. And again, you're one click away and you're back. And I'm still in the looper mode. If I click there and go down to Clean Dream, I'm back. Into a nice little clean tone right there. Okay, so the final little pro tip is sometimes this thing gets glitchy. Sometimes it just doesn't work, and you know, it wigs out. Either buttons don't work or it doesn't do what you'd expect. The pro tip is pretty simple. You unplug it from the back of the amplifier. There's a cable that goes from this to the back of the Mustang GTX 50 or GTX 100. Unplug it, plug it back in. Or if that doesn't work, turn off the amplifier, unplug it, plug it back in, turn on the amplifier, maybe plug it in and then turn on the amplifier. Basically, I think there's sort of like a little reset function that just unplugging it solves. And I heard that from, you know, one of the online forums or, you know, the gear page or Facebook or whatever. So anyway, that's it. Tell me what you think. Let me go back to my loop. Hope it was helpful. Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think, and ask any questions, and let me know if I missed anything that I shouldn't have missed, okay? Got to get a better tone. I liked that atmospheric one. Ready? Oh, terrible note. Take care. Catch you for another Fender Friday sometime later. Stop it. Stop it.